Hi, this is Donna again at my kitchen with Live Life Fully. I'm glad you joined us today. Thank you so much. Today we're going to make a homemade strawberry rhubarb pie. Yes. And I make this quite often and people just love it. So I wanted to share it with you. Um, so what we did is this came out of our yard. Actually, we've been growing rhubarb now for a few years, and this recipe we're going to make two pies, and this recipe is going to call for um, it's going to call. I'm sorry, I got the wrong one here. Um, it's going to call for 4 cups of rhubarb. Okay, and that's going to be for one pie. But we're going to do two pies, so we're going to do 8 cups of fresh rhubarb. Okay, chopped in 1-inch pieces. All right, so we're going to start with that. There's 8 cups in here. And then we're going to add strawberries to that as well. And it calls for 2 cups of strawberries that are quartered. And so we're doing 2 pies, so we're doing 4 cups of strawberries. Ooh, there you go. All right. All right. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know we are. So getting back to that again, it's going to call for a cup of sugar. So we're doing 2 cups of sugar. Okay. And it's going to call for a half cup of all-purpose flour. So we're going to do 1 cup. All right, so we're going to mix all that up together. Grab a spoon. All right, and we preheated the oven at 425, and we're going to bake this for 40 minutes. So what I do is I put a pan with some foil on it to put it on the bottom of the shelf, because we all know how pie sometimes likes to overfill and go into the oven. So if you would put some foil on a pan, put it on the bottom shelf, like we're going to do right now. All right. And then you'll put your pie on the shelf that is right above that. So we're going to mix all this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit while we get the pie shells done. And by no means am I going to make the real pie shell. I quit doing that years ago. And so what I did is I bought the pie crust. There's 2 in each box. And you can get this at Walmart or Aldi's. Okay. And that will be good enough for 1 pie. So yeah, it's ready to bake crust. So we're going to mix all this together. You want to get all the juices and everything going with the sugar and the flour. I have people all the time wants me to make pies for them, and so I kind of got burnt out on making my own pie shells with the dough and everything that comes with it. So we're going to mix all this up. So if you're really wanting to make a rhubarb and strawberry pie, I would definitely use this recipe because it's so easy just to whip it up and so good. All right, so we got all that going. We'll let that sit for a minute or two. Okay, so now we're going to take a pie shell pan, and what do you two want? It's the puppies again. You guys want to say hi? Say hi. No, we're not going to give out cheese today. You guys had plenty to eat today. So we're going to spray this down with some oil, which we've already did. You want to make sure that the crust doesn't stick to the pie pan. So we mixed all this up, and we're going to take the first roll that we purchased. What I do is, and I already washed my hands, so we don't have to worry about that. I know quite a few people will ask. And I hope you guys check out all my other videos. Paul and I have done many videos lately on cooking. And we just got started in February, so we're not professional yet. We're just, everybody says just get on there and start talking, and that's basically what we did. So we're just gonna put the little pie shell here, curve it over a little bit, spread all that out. Okay, and then we're going to do this same thing to the second pie. All right. The pie. So easy. All right, there you go. And also, I went ahead and I sliced up some butter too, that we're going to divide between the two pies once we get this going. So, all right, so we got all this mixed up: the sugar, the flour, the rhubarb, the strawberries. You can also like take and just make one pie at a time, but it's so much easier just to double the batch. You want to make sure you get all that sugar and flour all mixed in. There you go. Looks so good. All right. So we're going to do the first one. We're going to layer it in. Okay, there you go. The dogs just love to be on my cooking shows. Doesn't that look delicious? All right, so you're going to fill that up as much as you can. All right, there you go. Okay, and then we're going to take the second box of, there it is. Second box. I'm going to roll that out. Now this is going to go on top of all that yumminess. And you're going to make three vents so it'll let out some of the steam. Let's see here. Use this. You could also do a lattice, but who has time for that, right? All right. So we're going to do that one. Let's fill the second one up here. Make sure we get all the yumminess stuff out of that one too. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. My husband's boss has been wanting one of these, and so I like him. So I said, okay, I'll just make him one. Probably make him a lot more later, but too, once he decides if he likes it or not. All right, so there you go. All right, there's a. All right, let's do the second one. Ugh, it's always a mess, huh? I do not like it when there's clutter. What do you guys think? All right. I like rhubarb pie by itself, but I'll tell you what, I love strawberry and rhubarb. It's just a different taste, and it's not as tart. All right, so we're going to do the same thing with this one. Push down. Okay, and again, we're going to make some cute little lines in here to help it thin out. It helps it, all the juices and stuff to kind of come around to it. Okay, so the oven is working, preheating now as we speak. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take 2 egg whites. Okay, we'll just take this, right, Bentley? And we're going to keep that yolk in there. Well, that didn't work out. Okay, we're going to just use the whites. Keep that yolk in there. Again, that didn't work out. Let me see if I can fish it out. There you go. That works. All right, so we're going to do that. And we're going to sprinkle just a little bit sugar in there. All right, so there's your sugar. And I'm using approximately 2 teaspoons. And we'll stir all that up. Let's do another egg. Okay. All right. Okay, so we got enough sugar. Stir all this up. The sugar and a little bit of water. Let's do like one tablespoon of water. All right. So we're gonna stir all that up. So you got your egg white, sugar, and some water. All right. I've got a nifty brush here. What you're gonna do is, oh wait a minute, I forgot to add the butter, didn't I? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so we're supposed to put in 2 tablespoons of butter. So I don't know if I should, yeah, I'll do this. So we'll chop that up. What we're going to do is we're going to just put a little dab on your crust, on your filling. Okay, and you want to do like 2 tablespoons of that. All right, so you want to kind of spread that out. All right, let's do this little thing again. There you go. So you want to put the butter before you put the top crust on. There you go. Make that real pretty. Okay, so then you're going to take your brush with your egg white, sugar, and water. And you're going to spread that on top. And that's going to brown it up a little bit in the oven so that it'll be nice and brown looking. I want to get that get it over there on the sides of the crust. Really? Oh, Bentley's growling. He must not like it. Okay. So there you go. I'm going to do the same thing with the other pie. Okay, we're going to lift this up. Oh, goodness. Spread this out. Oh, it looks so good. All right. I'm going to put this over here. Of course, I could have made the pie look a little bit better, but it's so good, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, so we did that, and we're going to brush that as well. And then we're going to sprinkle just a little bit of sugar on top of the egg white mixture. Make sure you get the edges. My grandma used to make strawberry rhubarb pie when I was growing up. So, and I used to help her. But she made her own pie crust. Donna's too lazy to do that. All right, let's spread it just a little more. And then we're going to take a little bit of sugar. Let's see here. Let's get some sugar here. Just a little bit. Just to make it a little sweet. And we're going to bake this for about 40 minutes. And as soon as it comes out, I will be showing you guys what it looks like and how delicious it is. All right. So in the oven it goes. Again, it's 425, 40 minutes. There you go. All right. So got these out of the oven and they're cooled now. I let them sit for about an hour after taking them out. And as you can see, these look very delicious. Very delicious. So let's try a piece and let's see how it tastes. Oh, it smells so good. I can smell that rhubarb and strawberries. All right. So there you go. Let's taste the filling first. Yes, that is awesome. One little bite of the crust with the filling. Oh, so good. So, if you would like the recipe, send me a message and I can share it with you. But this is just so good. So that will conclude this evening of our homemade rhubarb and strawberry pies. And I'd like for you guys, if you enjoyed this channel, um, to like, share, and subscribe. And that'll be it. Bye-bye.